hello, my loves. Welcome back to Monday Messages. It is Wednesday. I was bitten by like a fucking huge centipede yesterday, Bali style. So I was just not able to record it yesterday and the day before on Monday. I can't even remember anymore. I feel so much better, but man, that shit hurt. The centipede was like this big, like this thick. It was nasty. It was while I was in the shower. My bathroom is without a roof, so Bali style. Shit crazy out here. It never really happened to me before. I never even seen one of those because they are nocturnal. So I was taking a shower pretty late, which I usually don't do. So I never seen one of those before in these almost 3 years that I'm here. And yeah, now it happened. I feel better. I took some natural antibiotics to help the inflammation that might have come up because of the poison or whatever, because I felt the poison like moving in my leg. It was, yeah, no joke. But we're here, we're living, we're out here, and I'm excited to go into this week's energy. We also just changed from last week's energy, last week's gate, into this week's gate yesterday. So we haven't really lost any time. The sun moved into gate 47, which is the gate of realization, which is in the ajna, in the third eye. So it is the energy of making sense from the past and finding clarity within confusion. If you remember last week, it was a lot about confusion. I talked about that. If you missed that video, go back to last week's video so that you can catch up. But now this energy moves from the confusion throughout this week into realization and having aha moments. So it's a really good week to make sense of the past, to make sense of things that have been weighing on you, to make sense of things that were a little bit out of reach for you. Like it was difficult for you to grasp the understanding of that lesson, of that learning or whatever. So it is really about looking at several pieces of information, thinking them over, and bringing them together as a whole new concept and understanding the concept, having a realization around that concept. So moving from confusion to insight, and that brings in aha moments. So it's a really, really interesting week. Whatever aha moments are coming up for you this week is going to be very beneficial for you. It's going to be something that you will carry into your future. So please pay attention when you have aha moments, write them down, because you know how it goes. We are trying to remember these things, but it sometimes just doesn't happen. Like we just forget about them. So make sure to write it down so that this is a thing that you can go back to later in life again when you are confused about these topics again. Because that aha moment, even though it just comes up that one time, maybe it will still be valid for the future for you. That's what I'm getting very strongly. Okay, so please, please, please allow that energy to come in. And what else came through is that you will get a lot of downloads within the next week. There have been crazy solar flares in the last 4 days that might have caused you not being able to sleep properly. Maybe you had insomnia, maybe you were waking up a lot, or at least you were like moving around a lot. And even if you didn't notice that you were moving around a lot or waking up a lot, you might have just woken up the next morning and you feel like you haven't slept at all, or you feel like not at all recharged. It's because the solar flares are taking a toll on us. It brings in upgrades, it brings in more understanding. This is why we are getting into this new narrative of clarity and understanding things and having aha moments, but that just always means something has to be stirred up first, right? So downloads are coming in. I want you, please, 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 to pay attention to your dreams and specifically realizations that you have when you are alone in nature. So when you're just taking a walk, when you're walking your dog, when you're sitting on a bench in nature, when you, I don't know, just being outside surrounded by nature, whatever is coming through there, please, please, please pay attention to it just as much as your dreams. write them down. Write down these aha moments, write down these downloads, because they will be the solution for the issue that you are dealing with very soon. Because what I heard was, I will find a way for you. Spirit was saying, I will find a way for you. But since everything is a co creation in life, you have to do your part for that way that life is finding for you, that spirit is finding for you, so that you don't miss it. So, what is going to happen is these downloads, these aha moments will bring a change in perspective for you. Therefore, it will bring a change in your behavior, even if it's just a change of behavioral patterns or the way you are thinking and not necessarily action steps, but it can be action steps. And this will eventually lead to the change in your outer reality that you're looking for right now. So it starts with an aha moment. It starts with these downloads. It starts with that realization. So please, please, please do yourselves a favor. Pay attention to those, write them down, okay? What else came through is that for some of you, traveling will be a topic. Not necessarily happening in this week, but maybe you are finalizing your future travels within this week, or you are being asked to put in your vacation time at work, or a trip is coming up for you, or an opportunity for a trip is coming up for you this week, even though it's not going to be until the end of the year or beginning of next year, whatever. Or some of you will actually travel during this week. If that is you, please know that that message is specifically for you. Some other signs that came through that are signalizing that this message is for you is, I saw a Fiat car, or I heard Fiat, Fiat, Fiat. And I was like, what Fiat? Like, I was like, the car. And then I got a yes. So maybe you own one, maybe you see one, and like for some reason it is catching your eye. Maybe it's a specific color, or it's just standing in a specific way, or somewhere where it's like a little bit out of the ordinary or something. Fiat car is a sign. Purple butterfly, and then 111 333, and your birth date, whatever your birth date is. So I've been seeing my birth date for a while now, and for me, I talked to spirit about it, and I know for me it is a clarification and a confirmation that I'm going through a transformation right now, because your birth date is who you are. Based energetically is who you are. It is like astrology, human design, numerology, all of these things are based on the moment that you were born. So when you see your birth date, it is a it's a signifier for whatever you are thinking about, or the person that you are with in that moment, or what you are doing, or what you are questioning in that moment. Seeing your birth date right then is a confirmation that either this is an indication of like, yes, that's exactly the person that you need to be with, or when you are questioning if that is the right person you are meant to be with or talk to in that moment, and then your birth date comes up, then it is a confirmation of like, oh, actually it's not the right person, right? Please trust your intuition in that moment. But when your birth date is coming up, please pay attention. So, and I want to clarify that it can be coming up in many different versions. So my birth date is August 17th. Sometimes I see 17/8. Sometimes I see 8/17. Sometimes I see 7/18 or 8/71. But most of the times it will be 17/8 or 8/17. So just translate that to whatever your birth date is. When this is coming up, that message is for you, and pay attention to what is happening in that moment just as much when it comes to the purple butterfly, the Fiat car, and 111 and 333. Okay, it will be a quickie today. I'm pretty exhausted still from that centipede bite. Um, the poison is not fatal, and it's not making you like crazy sick, but you get a headache because your body is trying to detox it, and you're just getting exhausted. And it just happened a couple of hours ago, basically. So bear with me. We're going to get into the cards to see what they want to confirm, what else is coming up for us this week. And I hope that I'm going to be refreshed and renewed next week. There's so many things, like every time I want to record these messages, there's just something that is like keeping me from doing it somehow, which is very interesting. I don't know what it means yet. I think it is just testing my determination and my devotion to this. So bear with me. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit shorter, sometimes it's going to be a little bit later, but I'm here. I'm showing up because I promised this to myself. Okay. Okay. So, what is it, Spirit, that we need to know for this week? What else is it that the collective needs to know this week, Spirit? Do you want to confirm some information, some messages that were already coming through? Is there something new that you want us to know? What is it that the collective needs to know for this week, Spirit? Something else? Okay, so the first card that came out is Curiosity. One line energy. There's something new that came into your life or is about to enter your life that will spark your interest. Trust that this is what you should investigate further. It might hold a new career path or hobby that will fulfill you on a soul level. Ask a bunch of questions, read books about this topic, or watch videos about it. Whatever medium calls you, trust it and rabbit hole into it. This is very strongly connected to the downloads that are coming in. So for some of you, these downloads, these aha moments, these realizations are actually connected to the next step for you in your career or for the next step of you in your personal growth. So please be curious about these things that are coming through and follow them. Okay. These things are coming to you for a reason, ideas or just ways of thinking differently about things that you want to approach. And I want you to follow this. Like the one line energy in human design, whether you have a one line in your profile or not, doesn't matter. This is for you this time, this week. Curiosity and being interested in that topic that is coming through because it's coming through for a reason is very, very important. That's what I mean with life as a co creation. Spirit can only spark you with something, giving you an idea. You have to be the one that is following it, that is stepping into it and wanting to learn more about it and get into it and listen to that message and actually use it for yourself because it's coming to you for a reason. Okay. The next card that came out is a reflector energy. So it's interesting because I recently met two reflectors. And if you know a little bit about human design and you've been following me, then you know that reflectors are very, very rare. They are only 1.5% of the population. So I just met two within the past month. And we became friends very quickly, which is really interesting. So I think this message is not about you needing to be like a reflector, like the card usually says, but I think it is more about you will meet someone that is reflecting something back to you, so that you get um, that download, that aha moment, that moment of realization. Okay, someone will mirror back to you what you are incapable of seeing. If that happens, if it's someone that you don't know, or if it's a friend, or maybe it's that message right here, whatever it is, please be open to receive what is beneath it, even though when it might trigger you. Okay, being triggered is just really an indicator of that there's still something within you that needs your attention. It is never solely there to just trigger the shit out of you and make you feel bad or uncomfortable or whatever. It is there for you to realize that the reason why it is triggering you is because there's still something that you need to resolve within you. Okay. So there might actually be someone that is a reflector or is just like taking on that role for that moment to help you to get to that realization. Okay. So please pay attention. Then we have the divine feminine. Some of you are actually being asked to be more receptive, to surrender more to what is, which is also very much connected to the things that are coming through, the downloads, the aha moments, the realizations, because the only way of you being able to take that step to co-create with life by adapting to what is coming through is by being in surrender and being in receptivity. That is very divine feminine energy. I'm also feeling called to tell you about my upcoming free masterclass for all of the women out there that want to move more in their divine feminine because they want to reach the point that makes it possible for them to have a soft life, be more in their feminine and not needing to navigate so much out of their masculine. Please let me know in the comments if you want to be part of it. It's a free masterclass. It's going to happen end of this month. I have not decided what date yet, but it's going to happen end of this month. There will be a recording if you can make it live. Please comment soft live in the comments so that you can take part of it. But when it comes to that message, it is, again, you need to be more in receptivity, which is also a thing that we talk about in the masterclass, actually, to be able to receive these aha moments, these realizations, these downloads, these moments of, oh my God, why did I not see that before? Okay. So please be open for that. And then we have on the bottom of the deck, ride the wave. Feel through it all. Do not neglect your emotions right now. They will lead the way. You can rely on your emotions right now, whether you have an emotional authority or not. Trust that what you are feeling right now is exactly what you need to feel. Trust that these ups and downs will lead you exactly where you need to be. It might be a lot right now, so give yourself what you need and be compassionate with yourself. So I think this is more around when that realization is coming in, it might actually make you feel a type of way. It might actually also trigger you, but that is part of the process of you realizing what needs to be done, of you understanding and connecting the download to the action step that you have to take. Okay, whenever that aha moment comes in, please don't neglect it. It is coming for you to finally take that step that you have been avoiding. And it really is about taking that leap of faith. Do it scared. We're all doing it scared. All of the people that are achieving something, that are doing something, that are having that life or aspects of the life that you want, they are doing it scared, including me. I do so many things that I'm scared of doing all the time because I know what's on the other side. Failure is an illusion. Failure is not a real thing. When you are quote unquote failing, when something is not working out the way you intended it to work out, that is just an indication for you to understand, okay, that's not how it works. But that will show you that the opposite or a different way that you have thought about earlier is actually the one to follow. And that is what will work. But you have to go through that quote unquote failure moment to realize that that is not the way. Otherwise, you will question it all the time. Okay, do it scared. Please trust me, do it scared. Step by step, tend to your nervous system while doing the things that scare you. It is important that you're compassionate with yourself and not overdo it. Otherwise, you get too much into stress and it leads into burnout or whatever. But we're all doing it scared. No one of us has it all figured out. Do it scared. It's okay. It's going to be fine. You got this. If you want support in this, I have openings for my coaching and I help you to regulate your nervous system and do the things that scare you in a very healthy way. But on the bottom line is just really do it scared. That's how we all do it. That's how all the greats have been doing it. Okay? You got this. Beautiful message. Please follow your nudges. Please follow the downloads and the aha moments. It is time to follow these things. Spirit is giving you these aha moments to realize that that is what you need to follow, and it's time. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Please share, comment, like, subscribe, do all the things. Share it with people that need to hear it. Help me to grow that channel. It has been going down a little bit. I have been getting more subscribers, and that, like, there's a little bit of stagnation there right now. So I would really, really highly appreciate if you can send it to 5 friends, so that maybe 2 of these friends will actually sign up. And if every one of you that is watching is doing it, I might actually reach my first 100 subscribers, because I think I'm around 80 something right now. So it would be great if we could get to 100 subscribers with this video. I would really highly appreciate it. Okay, I love you guys. See you next week.